Target moves Pride displays away from entrance in Southern stores. Some Southern Target stores were forced by the corporation to move LGBTQ+ Pride merchandise away from the front of their locations after customer outrage to avoid a, quote, Bud Light controversy. Many Target locations across the country feature massive June Pride Month displays on an annual basis, with items this year ranging from tuck-friendly bathing suits for transgender people to mugs that say gender fluid. Target Insider said that many locations in the South have relocated Pride sections. After the emergency calls from the authorities, the managers and district senior directors were told to push down the Pride sections in stores immediately for employee safety. Target stores were given 36 hours to hide Pride merchandise and move it into a section that's a third of the size. Most rank-and-file employees were left in the dark, with many not knowing the Pride sections would be moved until they noticed it themselves. Fox News Digital has confirmed rural Target stores in South Carolina, Arkansas, and Georgia are among the locations to move the Pride sections. Pride merchandise remains prominently displayed at other locations and on the Target website. Target Pride merchandise includes a variety of LGBTQ+ apparel, such as female-style swimsuits that can be used to tuck male genitalia. What I want to say about this leading is I don't want to miss the main point of this. I have never seen a retail store, a chain like Target, that would actually have an entire Pride merchandise section of their store. I think that is one of the most amazing things. I didn't even know that they had this until I read the story about these very few locations that were putting the Pride merchandise in a different part of the store. So first, hats off to you, Target, for having an entire section for the trans community, for the LGBTQ+ community. So in general, I'm in favor of private business being able to kind of do what they want to do. So if in a few stores it's creating a controversy in the Deep South, then move the location of the Pride merchandise, because you know what? I don't want the pushback. I don't want more of the culture war stoking if it's just in a few places. Now, as far as the police getting involved and telling them what they have to do, that's another story. I don't know about if their safety was really in danger or if that was just them overstepping their jurisdiction with that. But I do want to first and foremost say congratulations, Target, and thank you.
You're so cute that you're so newly gay, right? You just came out yesterday. Target has had a section of gay stuff for freaking years. Welcome to our world, Trini. Anyway, but this,
I don't shop there.
So this year they had made it bigger. It was not just a little section, it was like a whole aisle this time, right? Mm-hmm. And it incorporated a lot of trans stuff, which was the first time that they had done that. A lot of trans inclusive stuff, right? And some of these people, some of these workers were getting threatened. Like, I'm gonna get you after your shift and freaking kill you because you're allowing this merch to be out and my children are seeing it, right? So Target just came out with their last commentary on this whole thing. They say, for more than a decade, Target has offered an assortment of products aimed at celebrating Pride Month. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work. Given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plan, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior, the trans merchandise, okay? Our focus now is on moving forward with our continuing commitment to the LGBTQIA+ community and standing with them as we celebrate Pride Month and throughout the year. You want to stand with us? Don't move the merchandise.
Amen.
That's how you stand with us, Target. You came through and now all of a sudden people are feeling uncomfortable. So now you're going to move our shit to the back of the store? That don't make no kind of sense. I'm sorry. I can only speak for myself, but you're not making me happy. And I've got your damn shirt. And you're going to be moving our, really, does this really offend anybody?
Live by a lesbian.
And this
I don't like the word laugh, so if you could take that part out.
It makes me uncomfortable.
And this whole story and most of the media around it is all about Target's reaction and what they're doing to basically accommodate people who are being assholes. I want to hear, what is Target doing to the people that came in and messed up those stands? What are they doing to the people who made the actual threats? What are they doing to the people who are actually doing something wrong instead of just bowing to the objection and pushing us in the back? It is, if you buy your pride in the back of a store, it is not pride.
Well, okay. First off, I mean, I absolutely agree with everything you said. Target keeps all their men's clothing anyway. sorry, I don't know the women's section, but they keep it all in the back anyway. You have to like walk through the store to get to the area. So I wasn't that offended when I found my cute little Pride tank top, which I was thin enough to wear back in the day. But I found that in the back of the store. That didn't offend me because it was with the rest of the men's clothing. But I absolutely see your point.
Would it
but
have if you knew it was in the front of the store first and then you had to go look for it in the back? Isn't that a little bit different?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I agree with you, but I'm less upset with Target because I believe that, and I'm wearing my Target red tonight. Yay! I believe they're looking out for their employees' safety. But I'm more upset about the overall mob mentality picture that we are continuing to give in. We see it we see it in England, rating drag queen story.
What is your point about that?
My point is we need to quit giving into the mob mentality. We need to stand up. We need to practice what we preach and protect our stores, support our stores, and protect our people at once.
I'm curious, all of your opinion. If Target next year very quietly said, you know, we're going to have a rainbow T-shirt and we're going to have a flag and we're going to have one other item, and that's what we do, and they quietly never say a single thing in 2024 except that's what they display, we're going to complain about that?
Yeah, because you don't go back.
The issue, do you all agree with that?
I'm on the fence. I don't know.
No,
That if they take the trans apparel away, is that what
I'm talking about, they make the decision, you know, everything LGBT is a political issue, and
we don't want to be involved with that.
We don't even want to be involved with it. So next year, we're going to say, yeah, it's Pride Month, and we're going to have a couple of shirts. We're going to have a women's shirt, Live, Laugh, Lesbian, and we're going to have a rainbow shirt, and we're going to have a flag, and we're going to have something else. We'll have 4 items that we're selling during Pride, and here is the shelf that we do that. Are we going to be happy with that?
Of course, we're going to be upset about that, and that's why I'm first giving props to Target for what they're doing, and knowing that this is only just a few.
Okay, but like John said, you can't give us all this and then take it back, and then give me a rainbow pencil and a freaking ugly polo. No, you can't go back.
Okay.
But they're not removing any of the merchandise.
They are. They're removing the trans merchandise.
But
I thought it was that they're just moving it to the back of the section, but they're not taking them off the shelves.
The merchandise that is having the most negative interaction. The most
tucking panty.
Right, and the issue is, I'm just asking you from the standpoint of let's understand, let's try. Now remember, I have an obligation at Queer News tonight to give alternative point of views, so we don't all say the exact same thing. We are able to discuss. But in this situation, Target has made a commitment in the tens of millions of dollars. Maybe $100 million to be able to do this. And they're getting this reaction in some places around the country because of the way people are. And they follow the Bud Abbotts and the Ron DeSantis's and the Million Moms and Moms for Liberty, and they believe them. And as a result, they are on the front line of fighting the battle. I'm just wondering, does it make any difference that they commit $100 million to this campaign and the LGBTQ community says, you know, we understand what's going on for you. So if in areas you have to accomplish this, we're still with you?
No. Hell no, absolutely not. Because you're going to put out $100 million, but you're going to get $300 million back from us. So screw you. No, you can't give us crumbs when you already gave us a big ass plate to eat. You can't.
Okay.
So I would be mad at Target, yes.
Do you all agree with that?
I don't agree with that.
Of course you don't.
I think that you need to be sensitive to the areas. For instance, if you were in a Hasidic community and you had a Target there and they had certain billboards that had women with, you know, different parts of their body showing, that is a bit offensive to them and they need to make their money or whatever, then I
Why
think
can't that person go to another place to get their stuff then? Why can't they go somewhere else if that offends them?
Look, this is my point of view, that private business should be able to do things like that for their bottom line. And as long as they are, for the overall, are taking care of everybody and trying to move the needle forward in areas, because I think that anytime you try to smack somebody in the face with an alternative opinion, whether it's religion or whether it's LGBT, right, whatever it is, if you come at this full speed and they come at full speed, it just creates drama and controversy. And I think helping to move the needle is better in those areas.
I don't think anybody is arguing their ability to do it. It is, do they deserve our support?
Yes,
They do it
100%.
when they scale it back. And
the They're not scaling back
Do
the entire
they?
thing. Just
No,
They don't deserve
no.
it.
The $100 billion is very impressive, but if there's a return on in that investment and they're making profit off
Wait.
of it, I don't honor the
Okay.
investment.
And to production, I don't have a clock, so I can't tell where we're at. So let's look at the Disney example. This has turned into, I think, a valuable and constructive cultural conversation. Disney's chairman did not come out against Don't Say Gay because he said, I don't want Disney to be involved in the cultural political debate. We creamed Disney for
And
that.
he lost his job, no?
And lost
Right?
his
Okay.
job. Bob Iger comes in and comes out against DeSantis and the policy, and it's cost Disney probably $1 billion. Which side of this argument are we on? You're either with us business-wise or you're against us business-wise. Because the argument here at Target is we probably should have never gone in. We should have said, nope, we're not going to do anything because we can't win. What do you think about that?
It's a
the
bad
same-
argument. Anticipate the problem. They watch the news. They live in this world. If they could have maybe started by smarter positioning, or they could have started with security or said, hey, gay organizations in these communities, we could maybe use a volunteer for you guys to stand out at them.
I think it goes back to the argument that you make all the time when it comes to rainbow capitalism. And you're saying, when are the gays or when is the community going to be happy with what is going on? There's always a complaint. There's always, well, they should have done this, so now I'm not going to shop at the place that's actually giving us more than any other business is giving us. So I do think that we should be, championing Target for what they're doing. And if you make your voice known about these other places, maybe they will change their mind on it, but
Next week, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was
Last comment.
Okay, last comment. I was just going to say, but Disney, you say they've lost roughly $1 billion in revenue. They're taking it out of Florida. They were going to bring 2,000 jobs and close to $1 billion campus and put it in Florida. So they're taking that $1 billion that they lost and they're saying, no, Florida,
Hell no.
you don't get to have it. I mean, if Minnesota tried something like this and Target stepped up because they're based in Minneapolis, and Target stood up, I would be all for them standing up for our rights. And I truly believe that they probably would.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show from Happening Out Television Network. In the model of PBS and NPR, we educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the stories going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.